Peace and blessings, good people. What's happening? This your man Jayfree. I see. Jay is free because I can see. It's been a long time since I've been out. I've been gone for approximately about 9-10 months. The reason I've been gone for so long is personal growth and personal elevation. I take these things that I do very seriously, making this YouTube, trying to address issues and concerns within our community, trying to spread information and knowledge. To me, I take it seriously. I don't take it lightly, nor for granted. I believe that it's part of my purpose, why I was put here. For those that don't know, I'm a licensed and ordained minister. So, I believe that part of my calling is to minister or to preach, to teach. So this is what I spend my energy and my focus on, is acquiring information and knowledge as I feel led. So I've been gone because I've been dealing with some personal reflection. Some things that I needed to learn is to grow. I've gained some new insights. Some things that I may have felt one way about previously, I may feel a different way about right now today. As well as associations. Don't mix me or put me with somebody else. I stand alone. My opinions and my beliefs are my own. Although I may share an opinion or may share an agreement with someone else, I'm only accountable for myself. I'm not accountable for what others do. Also, doing self-reflection, a little soul and ego check. I had gotten to a point where I had gotten so frustrated, feeling like nobody was actually listening to what it is that I was saying, that they weren't getting the message, that I felt like, what's the purpose, what's the sense? I'm not going to keep, wasting my time talking to people about information or about things that they're not concerned about. But then, it began to become impressioned upon my spirit that I'm not responsible for who listens. I'm only responsible for what I say. So, for those that have supported in the past and those that will support going forward, I want to say thank you. I definitely appreciate you, and I definitely give praise and blessings to you. This isn't an easy thing that I do, nor that we do. But for all others, again, I send blessings to you as well. Like I said, through self-reflection, ego gets in the way sometimes, and we say things that we don't mean. We allow personal feelings to get involved and get in the middle. But nothing about truth is personal. It's just truth. We exist in this day and time. It's obvious the things that are going on around us. We've talked about it so much, so long, so often. But I find that it appears in a lot of ways we're still kind of stuck in the same position in some things, because growth is supposed to be mandatory. And when I look out at what's going on around us, there's not a lot of growth. This thing that we call in conscious, this community that's supposed to be a community, is so far away from community that it's ridiculous. We don't really have a community. It's actually become so cliche. It's like it's the new fad, being conscious is the new fad. As a few years ago, as people started to wake up, I guess you would say, we started passing information and sharing information amongst ourselves with each other. And like I say, being woke is the new cliche. I'm conscious. People walk around saying, stay woke, stay woke. Well, action, speak louder than words. When I look out at what's happening around me, no change is taking place. stay woke is just a statement. Nobody's actually woke. And one of the signs to me that shows that we're not woke and we're not waking up is everybody still talking about money. Everybody's motivation, focus, and end goal is still money. Everything that everyone is doing at the end of the day, they're still doing it for money. I'm on YouTube right now. Like I say, I've been going for several months. But even here on YouTube, I've noticed the platform. So many people claim to be using this platform for the liberation of the minds and, to share knowledge and information. But actions speak louder. And the actions show that people's actual motivation is money. What you talking about, Cone? People's motivation is money. People are getting on these platforms because they're trying to see how many viewers they can get, how large of a following that they can get, so that they can get money, so that they can get famous, whatever the situation may be. And I ain't just tooting my own horn or patting myself on the back, but this is what I mean when I say I literally have no other motivation than to see my people really set free and liberated. I really have no motivation than to share information and knowledge. That's why I fell back for the months that I have. That's why, it's been an on and off battle with me, because whenever I get started and get going, I start getting communicated and contacted by people, and people want to pull on you and draw on you, which I have no problem. I'll share with everybody. I have no problem with teaching. I have no problem. I have to eat just like everyone else has to eat. I have a family that I feed that depends upon me to provide just like everyone else. So I'm not saying that I don't live in the same system where I don't need money to eat. I do need money to eat. But what I'm saying is that money is not my motivation. Like, I can fall away from making videos because I'm not concerned with how many views I get, because I'm not looking to try to get rich off of YouTube. You see what I'm saying? I'm concerned with the people that click on me on YouTube, paying attention to what's being said and actually going and taking the knowledge and putting it to action. That's what I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with you clicking on my page and I'm getting thousands of views so I get a check from YouTube. That's not my concern. If the check comes, yeah, I'm going to eat. I'm not, I ain't above eating. We're not going to front about that. But that's what I'm saying. I've had people that have approached me about doing channels, about doing shows. I've had people that approach me about joining organizations, numerous things. But at the end of the day, the motivation is money. And I can't be affiliated nor associated with people if that's their agenda. If your agenda is getting to the bag, we're not on the same page, man. And this is what I mean about when we say we conscious and we aware. Do we even understand what it is that we're actually saying? To be conscious is to be woke and to be aware. And so, like I say, I'm just kind of freestyling right now because I've been going for so long. And but like I say, when we look out here at what's going on around us, man, anybody that's still trying to find a way to acclimate themselves into this system, how are you conscious? What are you aware of? When you know the function of this system, and when you actually understand its design, its development, when you understand the purpose for why they implemented it, and when you understand what its end purpose is supposed to be, I mean, how can you do anything within the system? That's why it's called the system. Everything that you do in efforts to try to survive, so to say, if I can use that term, everything that you do that you say you're trying to survive in the system, you actually continue to perpetuate the system. That's what the system is designed to do. You understand what I'm saying? And so, by us being involved in this system, the system that is based on money, if you're trying to get money, then you are continuing to push the engine that fuels the system. I know I'm being vague. Like I say, this is just, it's been so long. I didn't know what I was gonna say, don't know what I'm saying now. I just, like I said, I'm sure that there'll be very few minimal people that'll even pay attention. This is, like I say, I'm not addressing nothing specific. I'm just rambling, but we'll be coming back. We'll be doing shows more regularly, more consistently, at least for the time being, as long as I feel led of the Spirit. I know that there are those that will pay attention and will listen, and I thank you in advance. And again, it's each one, reach one, teach one. The young brother out there in Sacramento in California that got shot in his grandparents' backyard, as an example. We continuing to have dialogues and conversations, and people are still continuing to try, like in that situation, the conversation and the dialogue is whether or not the police were right or wrong, what the brother did. See, this is what I mean about we claiming that we conscious, but what you aware of, like, that's not even a dialogue. That's not a discussion, man. The police's job is not to shoot first and then ask questions later. You see what I'm saying? The police are supposed to be trained professionals to protect and to serve. So, in my opinion, and this is just real life, you can take it how you want, unless the officer is being shot at first, there's no need for him to ever fire his weapon. He's the police officer. So I understand that he's scared for his life, but you know what you signed up for when you took the job, bruh. When you signed up to become a police officer, you signed up to put your life in danger. It's just like the firefighter. He signs up he don't show up to the house and say, oh, it's on fire, we can't go in there. No. He knew what he signed up for. He knew that he was putting his life on the line when he signed up to become a firefighter. He knew he was going to have to go into buildings that were burning with stuff falling around all around him, and that he would have to take the risk that it could be a possibility that he may not make it home every night that he goes to work. That's something, we don't want it, but that's what you sign up for when you sign up. When you join the military, yeah, you may have joined because you wanted the GI Bill and you wanted to get a free education and blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, you signed up surrendering your rights for the time that you signed up for, saying if we go to combat or war, that I'm willing to put my neck on the line. And by taking this risk, I know that there's a possibility that I'll die. That's what you signed up for. When you sign up to be a police officer, it's no different. You know the risk when you sign up. Your life is in danger. So you don't get to arrive on the scene and then shoot a suspect and say, I thought he had a gun, and find out that it's a phone. You the police officer, dude. Unless you're being fired upon, you don't fire. That's just real talk. You can take it how you want. But see, we live in a society where we have allowed them to say to us that the officer feels threatened and he trying to make it home at night. Well, when you signed up, you knew you might not make it home at night. Now, I ain't just saying you're supposed to run into a situation and allow yourself to get shot. I ain't saying police officers supposed to allow themselves to get killed. But all I'm simply saying is, Tamir Rice, this young brother out here that just got killed in California, Philando Castile. We can go on down the list of people who have been killed by police that haven't had any weapons on them. So all I'm simply saying is, when you the officer, why is it that you get the fire out of danger or out feeling threatened for your life? You know what I'm saying? Where does that rule come from? So now another young man is dead for carrying a telephone. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought that he had a weapon. And we having a discussion as to whether it's right or wrong. Come on, man, make that make sense. How you woke? What you woke to? That ain't no conversation, man. Ain't nothing right about that. But days later, we turn on the TV, and right after they kill this man for having the phone, they apprehend the white boy shooting up a school. You know what I'm saying? With weapon in hand. Like, how can one person be apprehended and taken alive when they have a weapon and has used it violently and threatened to use it violent again, but another person who has no weapon, you know what I'm saying, hasn't done anything violent, he gets killed because I'm afraid, because I thought he had a gun. Make it make sense, people. These are the types of things that I'm saying, that have to be addressed. We got to begin to think. You know what I'm saying? It's not just talking. We have to pay attention to what the things that are going on around us, the things that we are seeing. Like I say, I'm just rambling off the top of my head. don't even know what I'm saying, what I said, what I'm gonna say. I just know that, you know, I've been missing my people, and I feel that it's time to come back. So I just wanted to address those that are paying attention and let you know Jayfree's coming back. I'll be doing a video probably in the next day or two. A little more, of course, together than this one. Like I say, this is just saying, hey, what's up, people? I miss you. I love you. Let y'all know that I'm all right. Like I say, personal transformation. I know some things that I've had to go through personally, and I will be sharing as we go forward, because it's a part of the growth, it's a part of the process, it's a part of the things that are going on around us. You know what I'm saying? We talk metaphysics and so on and so forth, but at the end of the day, I just want truth. Just let truth rule. You know, truth is the only thing that matters. So again, like I say, man, it's your man Jayfree. I love y'all, good people. Blessings and peace. And I will be looking forward to getting back with y'all later, man. God bless you. Love you. Peace. 100.